grandparents' dog is so annoying. Thanks for clicking that thumbnail. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the Browning 850 Defender, a non-cellular trail camera with Wi-Fi and Bluetooth built right in. And it comes with an SD card and battery. So before we get started with the unboxing and overview, I want to give a big shout out to Total Firearms. They were able to provide me with a couple cameras to review, and I want to thank them once again. This camera here, especially, I want to tell you guys right now, this camera right here, they have these in stock. Everywhere I've looked for this camera, they've been 160 plus. I found them all the way up into 200s, and this is big box stores that have them at this price. Right now, you can go pick one of these up at Total Firearms for 99 bucks. So they might even give you a discount for $98. You can buy this one because I will be returning it because they're just letting me use it to do a review. Anyway, this camera comes with a 16 gigabyte SD card, also comes with lithium batteries, and then it has Wi-Fi and Bluetooth built in that you can use with the Browning trail camera app. I wanted to see how well this Wi-Fi works. We'll see how far I can get away before it cuts me off and so on. We'll get it set up at my farm and we'll do those tests. But for now, we're just going to do an unboxing and overview, and I'll have it set up for a couple of days and we'll get those pictures and videos in this video by the end of the video. But for now, we're going to do an unboxing and an overview, go over all the features, and then I'll get it set up on the farm and we'll get some pictures and photos for your viewing by the time that this video is over. Some specs real quick. It has a 0.3 second trigger speed. You can put up to 128 gigabyte SD cards in this camera. With the 850 Defender, you have 120 plus feet of infrared light at night. Takes 20 megapixel photos and does 1080p video with audio. As well, we can connect to this camera with Wi-Fi or Bluetooth. Let's get this thing opened. So with this being a big box store item, Browning is an old company. They've been around for a long time. You mostly see them in big boxed outdoor stores, as well as some mom and pops here and there, but I wouldn't consider them a boutique. But that being said, this is some of the nicest packaging I've seen on a non-boutique trail camera. It's got a nice box here at the bottom with the plastic on top. It actually is very nice for display purposes. So you see this in a store, it looks nice, it makes you want to buy it, etc. So let's get this thing open and take a quick look, get the box open, get everything out. I want to use this thing, man. I'm tired of waiting. The top comes off, the camera's still in there. And on the back side, you got these little removal tabs. And then the camera comes out. So before we get into the box, let's take a look at the camera. Like normal, like I always say in every video, we got the sensor. We got the LED indicator. We got the camera lens. And then we have the LEDs. Now, those are really big LEDs. I haven't looked. Is this a white flash or is this a... It says it's infrared flash, so this claims to be infrared, people. One thing I noticed is this is actually a cage. So when you slide this open, you got to take this out, and then you slide that up. So this is actually almost like a security box for the camera, which is nice because it means it comes with practically comes with a security box. And then this is the actual camera here. So the camera is, I don't really know how to explain it, but it's basically a rubberized material. Like the whole thing is rubber. And so it's not like, it's plastic, or I don't know, but it feels rubbery. On the back side, you got your controls. On the front, what I just said. And then on the bottom, you got your batteries. Let's go ahead and put those in here. So you open the box. Right on top of the box is the mini SD card, and then the 4 batteries to power the camera. And then on the inside is the strap, and then the manual. Batteries go face first. I don't know if that's considered the face, but it's positive side first. And then the other ones are like that. Simply close it, twist it, and it's closed. So here's the SD. And then it's got a micro USB. Then that way, if you don't have a card reader, you can just simply plug the camera into your computer and it will work as a card reader itself. Let's turn it on. and then it basically goes right into starting. So you have a 30-second delay as soon as you turn the camera on. If you want to go into mode, change the settings, you can do so by clicking the power button. And then hit enter, change the date, mode, we'll go down, operation mode, photo quality, change that. And I'm always going to do 20 megapixels, and I got to take a phone call. You got trail camera, you have video, or you got time lapse plus. We're just going to do video, or I'm going to do video to start it, and then enter photo quality and video quality. So photo quality I already did 20 megapixel. We got ultra, high, ultra, high. So both of the ultra and the high capture 1080p or 1080. The ultra uses less compression and allows higher quality video. For now, we're going to have it set to ultra. And video length, 2 minutes. So you got 5 seconds to 2 minutes on the videos. Picture delay, enter. Let's see how low we can go. You can go up to a minute at least, 5 seconds, and up to 60 minutes. So we'll do 5 seconds. Multi-shot off because we're on video mode, but if we wanted it on, you could do rapid 8. And we'll just turn it off for now because I don't want it to mess up anything in the video. Temperature Fahrenheit, camera name, Defender. I'm not going to change that. And then data strip is on. Motion test is off. Default settings, no. And then for here, when you want to do time lapse plus frequency, you can do 1 minute, 30 seconds, 20 seconds, 10 seconds, 5 seconds, 60 minutes, 30 minutes, 10 minutes, 5 minutes, 2 minutes, 1 minute. Okay, so you get the point. You got long range for the infrared flash power. You got long range, motion blur, normal power. I'm going to try it at long range, see how well this 120 feet long range is. Smart infrared video. I don't know what that is. We'll turn it on anyway. And then SD management. So this is basically once the SD card fills up, it will erase or write over the oldest files. Software upgrade. And then we're back to the setup for the time and day, so on. So we're all set with this. And then basically you just turn the power button on, the delay would go down, and then you're all set. So I'm going to turn it off though. It's going to take 1,000 pictures of the inside of my car. I'm out at the farm and I'm about to set this up. I'm going to try to get it connected. One thing I forgot to do in the studio is I wanted to go through the Wi-Fi. So I downloaded the app last night, but I haven't registered or anything like that. So we're going to put that over here. It does have a live view. You can see the inside of my truck. We do a live view.
Make sure you lock the doors.
Yeah.
And then you got a playback option. It's basically just the back of my truck right now. So I'll go back over this after we get some pictures in it as well. It looks like here I can go through and I can change the settings in the camera. So I can change the picture quality, video quality, video length. I mean, the list goes on. Multi-shot, temperature units, image data strip, time-lapse frequency, time-lapse period, infrared power, smart infrared, SD management. Yeah, so basically everything that I did earlier with the camera we can go into, and we'll go into it after I get some pictures, and if I decide I wanted to make some changes, then we'll definitely come back out here and we'll do it with this rather than the camera and go from there. I just wanted to show you guys. So I got it set up here. And I'll change the. So I'm basically just adjusting this camera. But if you turn it to the side, it makes it full screen. And then, you know, I can get all the leaves and stuff out of the way. So there I am, or here I am, on this camera, and this is a live feed. So it's not real great quality, but you really don't need real great quality when you're just trying to set this camera up. All right, so there's the camera. There's the field. So, as I showed you on the camera, you know, we got this natural edge of the field. They walk through here. There's a trail that cuts across right up here, and then they come out and they go down to the pond and drink. I don't know if it's armed. I don't know if the camera's armed, because I assume since it has that time limit for the Wi-Fi that it automatically arms it when it's done. But I don't know. I don't have the manual on me to look. I don't have the manual on me right now to look, and I don't know if it's armed. So I'm going to get the Browning 750 Defender with its Wi-Fi, and I'm going to try to connect to it in probably the next 50 yards, and I should be about 100 yards away. I want to see how close I can get to it, or how far I can be from it, I guess I should say, and still get images. So it doesn't look like with the 850 Defender you can just connect to it. You have to, right now I'm turning it off, I'm gonna turn it back on and then get on the app, and then hopefully it will connect. But unfortunately I only have my phone with me, so I'm going to have to go into my screen recorder and then go from there. To join the network, connecting, and then it's going to playback. And it looks like we have some images here. Now this is playing directly from the camera. Unfortunately, I can't show you because I didn't bring my camera with me. But the good thing is there's a nice breeze and I'm not getting tore up by the mosquitoes. There, paused. Just in reference here, I'm holding my phone literally 2 inches away from the camera. We'll go back to playback. Then I'm going to select. And then I'm going to save these. So I'm going to download them. The image quality is actually really, really good. I can't lie. I mean, look at that image quality. And obviously I'll put this directly into the video. But that image quality is fantastic. That's some of the best video image quality I think I've ever seen on a trail camera. I can't tell if that's the same video or not. Yeah, no, it's not, obviously. She just moved to a totally different area. Oh, there's a deer. And then I'm gonna see how far I can get from the camera and still stay connected. So we're at a live view. And I'll keep walking out. Put on big. That man right there has a nice ass. So I'm about 30 yards away. Still picking me up, but it's getting a little jittery. These beans are tall. Holy cow. Still picking me up, still picking me up. A little jittery. Still going though. Obviously you can see the little lapses there. Trying to walk down a path here. I am roughly 75 yards. And that's it. Well, still got me. It's just very, very delayed. So I was able to get about 75 yards away and still have a decent connection. I got about 100 yards and it was still showing me. It was still showing the wind. About 5 yards later, it was done. So I'm actually gonna move this camera to a different spot being that it's a non-cellular trail camera, it's just a little bit too hard to walk all the way around the field. It doesn't make sense because I'm walking right down the trails that they walk. So I'm gonna end up putting a Wise Eye there, another camera that I got from Total Firearms for testing purposes. I'll be able to get images without having to go down there, which is what these cellular trail cameras are for. So I don't know what's going on. So you're gonna have the echo again, just like in the earlier video. But this is strictly the trail camera. And I don't know why it's pink like that. I think I'm gonna restart it real quick and hopefully it changes. Man, these mosquitoes are treacherous. So, as you can see me walking around the screen looking like a moron. Okay, yeah, that's enough of that. Anyway, we're all set up. So this is the live view. And then live view, not on the wide angle. So one disappointment so far is it does not show the battery life in the app. There's a nice deer. It's something that you would think would be part of this app, and you'd be able to tell, how much battery life is left. And when I'm sitting out here in the stand or whatnot, I can tell. During hunting season, it'd be great because then I know to bring batteries ahead of time. But if it doesn't show, I don't know how to tell. I guess I'd have to get on the camera and check the battery life. I'm sure there's probably a battery meter in the camera. So I've been working on this video for 2 months. Well, I haven't really been working on this video for 2 months. I've had it in my hard drive for 2 months, and I'm just getting around to getting it up. So luckily, Brownie didn't send this to me, and expect to have this up in a couple weeks. Before we can take a picture, the sensor has to detect something. So as far as the detection quality and speed, I think the camera works really well. I did do a comparison with other cameras that I had set up that were in this price range, and it was one of the best performing cameras. If not number one, it was at least number two, I think, out of 5 or 6. Most of the images, the subject was in the first half of the frame. So basically, if a picture's getting taken and the animal's like in the second half of the frame, it means that sensor isn't picking up the image quick enough for the camera to take a picture. You want pictures to be taken in that first half of the frame, and then if you have a burst on or anything like that, you can get multiple pictures of this animal or subject or whatever. The picture quality on this camera and the video quality on this camera, I think, are one of the best I've seen in any of the cameras that I've used. It's in that 20 megapixel range, which I don't care that much about megapixels, but when the 20 megapixel looks really good, then you really notice. And then the HD videos on this camera are really good as well. Honestly, I think it's probably the best HD video footage from a trail camera that I've seen. As soon as I saw a video from this camera, I was impressed. I could not get over how good the quality was, and I can say that it's really good picture quality for this camera. The app is pretty simple. It's basically enough for you to change the settings. So if you don't want to go in the camera and change the settings, you just connect to the Wi-Fi while you're sitting in the stand, and then you can change the settings and then apply, and you will be able to use those settings until you decide to change it again. So as far as the good of the Browning 850 Defender, I think there's a lot. There's definitely more good than there is bad, and we're going to start with the picture quality. Picture quality is excellent in this camera. I think it's one of the best looking picture and video qualities of any camera, especially at the $99 price range. I like the fact that it comes with an SD card and batteries, as well as it comes with a security cage. And like I said, I don't know how strong the security cage is. So if you had this set up on public land and somebody is, out just to steal cameras, they're out there just being assholes, just trying to steal your camera, they're probably going to get it. But, if you have it set up and people are just, are jerks and they just decide to steal your SD card, they're not going to get it. It's enough to keep your SD card safe and the camera, locked to a tree, unless somebody really wants to get it, because let's face it, if anybody really wants something, they'll figure out a way to get it. It does have an app, you can connect with it, and it works pretty well up to, I'd say, about 45 yards. I wouldn't want to have it any farther. If I was trying to look at images and change settings from a tree stand, I would definitely not want to have it any farther than 45 yards. As far as the bad side of the camera goes, I really only have 2 complaints. I would like to see it do photo and video, as well as I would like to, be able to use different kind of batteries. It uses those lithium CR123s, and they can get expensive. So that's the only thing I see bad about it. As far as the battery life on the camera goes, I really didn't get to use it enough to test out how long the batteries would last. Other than that, I really can't complain. I think it was a really good camera, and I would highly recommend picking this up, especially if you live in the mid-Michigan area and you're interested in this camera. $99 for this camera is a really good price. So yeah, that's it. Next video is gonna be hunting. Thanks for watching. Comment down below, hit that like button, subscribe. I gotta go.